my overthinking. I, I hope that you are able to see this case study that I have presented just now.
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir. It is visible.
Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So if you can, yeah, sorry. If you are able to read this through, I will read it for you. I have taken a fictitious name. Viva comes to us with a real worry about running out of money. She felt uncomfortable and anxious about money, and it was lowering her energy. It consumed her thoughts at times and filled her with dread on a daily basis. Continuous thinking of financial insecurity was stopping her from being in present. She got so worried thinking about the future and was worrying about stuff that might not even happen. This kind of thinking stopped her from doing the things she wanted to, at times
Sir,
feeling
you are not
pathetic
audible.
about her business. Oh,
Is it not audible, ma'am?
Yeah,
uh,
it was
It's
not
no
audible
audible
for
only.
a
It's
few minutes.
hearing. Yes, audible
Okay.
only.
It's audible,
Okay.
sir.
Sir.
Audible,
Yes,
sir.
audible.
Okay,
Yes,
sorry, sir.
audible.
You can
okay.
continue. Maybe something wrong from my side. Sorry for that.
It's all right. It's all right. It happens, madam. So the point here is that this is the case of a person who had come to us with these kind of feelings. And did you ever experience such kind of feelings in your life? Say, for example, did you ever find mother, husband, or your sister, brother, anybody who usually comes on a particular feeling when you are anxious? So, did you feel anxious? Secondly, did you ever feel overwhelming with uncontrollable thoughts? Thinking about bad on trivial incidents. These kinds of which is not coming from vacuum, although, but a real experience in their lives disposes them to such kind of thinking pattern. And you will not usually find in all the people though, but there are certain sections or segments of people where you find this kind of thinking pattern. And the terms that we use generally with overthinking is overthinking about what? Overthinking is something to do with 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 an idea that something bad would happen to them. In this case study, you might have found that a continuous thinking pattern which is based on certain belief system. So, who is overthinking? Are you able to please let me know if you are not listening or you are or I am not audible?
Yeah, audible, sir. You are audible, sir. Continue.
Okay. So the terms that we generally okay, sir. Okay, sir. The terms that we generally use in overthinking is self prophecy, wishful thinking, catastrophizing, and inflated responsibility. And what kind of people actually go through this process is those people who have general anxiety disorder. And now this does not come from very young in life, but then if at all you have a person has experienced a certain kind of parenting style in his environment, he might be thinking critically. And these are the people who are susceptible to such kind of thinking. And if you see, overthinking is generally described or defined as catastrophizing. Catastrophizing is a cognitive process whereby a person exhibits an exaggerated notion of negativity, assuming the worst outcomes and interpreting even minor problems as a major calamities. Now, there are certain things that are important to understand or note is that first is their belief system, and second is that these patterns of thinking are conditioned, so it is a learned behavior. So choice of overthinking is not random, it is a learned behavior. So when I say learned behavior, what do you expect? I'm posing a question for a response. When I say learned behavior, what do you expect from this? Anyone?
Please request the persons to give responses.
Hello?
Something, yeah. Chat box I read,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Previous experience learned from surrounding situation elders. Something taught you at home, maybe previous experiences, overexcited.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe observed from their parents.
Observed. Basically, your condition for this is that when they're in your life experiences, these people who had these life experiences, it was found generally people who have counseled them or who have interacted with them have found that their their critical to see that validation and approval is mostly due to their performances. They have this don't perform better or best, I might not be validated or I might not be acknowledged. So this kind of thinking pattern will lead to perfectionist kind of thinking, lead to your critically analyzing things even though they are not required. This will cause you to have a distortion in your thinking pattern, which will lead to catastrophizing. So catastrophic thinking will happen when you are classically conditioned. That is, that there should be a stimuli which might have shaken you at a very, say, for example, a person who has observed his friend's parents, somebody while coming from somewhere has met with an accident. And this might have caused a thinking pattern that if my parents might go somewhere outside, they might also meet with an accident. And second important thing that we are also seeing in this people is that they have such thinking pattern because they have experienced such things and there is no control over how they think and how to control the environment. So both the things, thinking pattern, uncontrollable environment leading to helplessness. This might lead to overthinking. So, if you see this, memories of these real experiences can lead to generalizing uh, the feared consequences, fueling more anxiety and prolonging the cognitive trophy. Catastrophe is irreversible damage happening in your life or in the vicinity of you or in the neighborhood. So anything when we call it as catastrophe, that is not changeable situation, hence feeling helpless. As I told, that catastrophizing is a cognitive process whereby just outcomes and interpreting even minor problems as major calamities. This kind of thinking pattern has been shown to have significant association with emotional distress. And catastrophic thinking can exacerbate the experience of pain around three important things. What are the three important factors that we see in these people who are overthinking? Is magnification of the incident. When you say magnification, that a small thing, minor thing of not coming on time or 10 minutes late or half an hour late makes them panic, because they will start cascading or spiraling their thoughts that something might have happened. What if that might have happened? So, if this spiraling thinking process goes on uncontrollable, he will feel an inflated responsibility of controlling it, and which he cannot do it. So, this conflict of unable to control the situation and the thinking process which he cannot stop will lead to helplessness, and this helplessness will create a panic attack, that is general anxiety, that is created all the time. Now, is it okay to have such condition? Because it is not particular to one incident, although it happens if one that nothing actually has happened, it might transfer to another incident. So the problem is it is persistent. If this will go in a closure, that is a smooth closure without any incident, he thinks that something else might come out. So this persistent ideas of uncontrollable thought process will make his life more deliberate and debilitating, and that's why it will be very very difficult for them to organize themselves, and these people are very sensitive to it. I would ask whether you have come across such people in your life, and what did you do to help them, or what was that came across to you to help them? This is a question that I'm asking for you to respond.
But there are some responses, sir. One response, I am such a person
Okay.
taking counseling when required.
I'm such person
Mm.
taking counseling when
So
required.
that, yeah, I'm an example.
Okay. Brought up i- is parenting style. There are certain people. Mostly, research has seen that underrepresented communities or minorities go through this uh, anxiety process, and it is unstoppable at certain periods of time. Irreversible condition, and it can be corrected. Sorry, I'm experiencing some problem with my internet. Are you seeing my PPT stuff? He gets this kind of, who is disposed, people who have
Not audible, sir. Voice gone. Hello, sir.
Lost the connectivity.
Yeah. So there are some research studies also shown, recent studies, that women overthink things more than men. Uh, it is not like any stereotypic model, but they have done some brain imaging. So in the brain imaging things, what they understood is that brains of women are significantly more active than men's. So particularly in the cerebral cortex area, the size of the brain of the women it seems it is more. So that is the reason the activity in the female brain is also very high, and that is also one of the major reasons which is contributing for overthinking. Uh, and you know pretty well, this is the area, the front area of the head will say prefrontal cortex, and that's behind that is the cerebral cortex, and that area which is making you more active, and which is primarily involved in the impulse control and focus, and also in the emotional areas of the brain, and this will lead to the anxiety and mood. So because of these physiological reasons also, women tends to think more. Joshi sir, are you back? Oh, he did not. Okay. I'll continue till he comes. So essentially, this overthinking often boils down to a lack of trust in others, and the sociological conditions also which influences the person to resort into the overthinking. One is that when there is no trust in others, uh, or due to maybe being hurt or abandoned, or past relational trauma, or sometimes if you feel insecure, or in the relationships you are expecting something, the other person is not in a position to give something which you expected, and these are all things push you into an insecurity, and that will spiral down you to think too much about it, over and over about the same things. And also in this scenario, people unconsciously entering to the area where they are not in our control. See, any human being, what anybody can do, you can do things which are in your control. But when you want to control the things which are not in your hand and which are external from your own self, then that will create a greater amount of the activity in the brain, and that will resort to the overthinking. And as sir already said, that the people who are having the anxiety, so that also helps them to ruminate the things, and also it will magnify their thinking, and that also push them into a vicious cycle, and they'll be keep rolling inside it, and that will definitely make the people to
Hello,
feel.
sir.
Yeah, please.
Shall I continue? Because
Yep.
I don't know, go bad.
Please carry on. I just wanted
Yeah.
to fill up
So,
the.
yes, yes. So, sir, as we have understood that people are disposed, some segments of people are disposed to such kind of situations, and those people who have high need to control the situations, and then who are mostly seeking perfectionist tendencies, have this kind of catastrophic thinking pattern. And as our Virendra sir has already mentioned about brain imaging and biological studies, have found that why are women more prone to such kind of thinking pattern is because of two reasons. Is that they are conditioned to hypervigilance, in the sense that if you are a mother and you see that there is a small infant in your home, that is you are a mother, and she has newly delivered a baby, you will see that this mother always has this conscious pressure under her to look after the baby, to understand or to see that something might happen to the baby. And so this are conditioned to such kind might be triggered in certain other incidents which might be minor or which might not be even connected. This is why mostly we will see that women are more prone to such kind of difficulties or distress. Secondly, we also found that the amygdala, which is a seat, or we can call it as smoke detector, whenever mostly conditioned to threat responses, and they respond more quickly or more of threat. I hope people I have, you are all women here. You might have experienced that when you go outside on the street, naturally you are hyper vigilant. You are alert. You are not as casual as men. So these are a certain kind of tendencies uh, activity
Not audible, sir.
distress.
Hmm.
And also you
Sir, it is not audible. Completely, your voice is breaking.
Are you there? Joshi sir, अब है या नहीं?
yeah, I'm back again. I'm
Okay.
sorry, but then
Okay, sir. Better don't share any PPT, sir. You can talk.
okay, then I will be able to go on without PPT.
Yeah, better, better.
So what do we do? How do we come out of this such kind of distress? Is the simplest way that we have understood, and studies have provided evidence, is that you see that sensations go from body to the brain. And henceforth, if you can see and control your sensations of your body, you can train your brain. And how do we do that? Is that the best way to come out of such distress is breathing exercises or walking outside for certain period of time will calm you down and see that the cortisol levels are highly reduced. The cortisol is basically a stress sensation hormone which will reduce, and you will feel that the parasympathetic system will help you to calm down. uh, this method generally is very effective. Yes, madam. So this method is generally effective in calming you down. Second thing is that your thinking pattern, even if you can think about at least for 10 seconds, why, even though you are having spiraling thoughts, you see that instead of having a negative thought process that I'm unable to control, I'm always thinking negative, and I'm like this only. Such conclusive statements can be replaced with healthy statements like, why is that I'm trying to think like this? A simple question will show a great amount of change, a great amount of shift from your spiraling negative thought process to a stable thought process. So the simple way to come out of this is to train your brain continuously that all the incidents might not be as threatening, and mostly our lives go mediocre. Most of the times it might not end up as a person thinks, that it will be catastrophic and there's that he can not do anything else. This is one way of coming out of such kind of thought process. So if you can come across with any kind of incidents on such kind of people, probably we can discuss them in this on this platform. So how did you come across I have experienced such kind of thinking process? Hello.
He sir asking your experiences. If you are any time experienced this overthinking, what are the methods you follow to come out of it, or simply get carried away with that? Whatever the experiences are there, you feel free to share.
By doing meditation, sir, yoga, meditation. For so many cases, also, yeah, I'm as a psychologist as suggesting these breathing exercises, chakra meditation, like that. So through meditation, most of the people will come out of the thoughts.
So is it not possible that when you start meditating, rumination will take over and that meditation will be contaminated with your thought process, negative thought process?
Then we'll apply that concentric meditation for a few minutes.
Okay, okay. So how would you see, meditation is something that you let loose your thought process. Is it same
Yeah.
what I'm thinking?
Uh, yes, sir. Here, we'll apply that thought stopping technique also, sir. Counting
Thought
numbers.
stopping technique.
Yeah, numbers counting in reverse order, alphabets backwards. Okay, skywalking. Okay, so by
Okay.
applying those techniques, most of the people will come out of that.
Okay, it is the thought shifting, you mean to say?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Shifting of thoughts.
Thought
Yeah,
shifting.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is one way. But then I have also seen in the chat box that somebody has told that it happens to me, and whenever required, I go to a counselor. So
Yeah, one.
we thought that if we practice it on regular basis, the condition will reduce. Is it not so, madam?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
I think it's me. I said I went to counselor. That counselor is Mr. Veerender since I was 22
Yeah.
year old. So yes, it helps. Whatever techniques even today, if I have a problem, I just connect with him.
Okay. And why is it persisting, madam? What I'm trying to ask is that, see, you have come across and had counseling session with Dr. Veerendra, but still, it seems to you that the the thinking process has not come down. Do you have anything to say about it?
Well, if the situation is something I cannot handle, it will come back. It will come back out of confusion
Hmm.
also. So general overthinking is not there, but if some different situation I'm in, let's say some family disturbance or anything, then I don't know how to handle it and I'll be thinking about it. Then I will consult him and he will say some things. It calms me down. So that's how
Okay.
it is, because new situations, we don't know what kind of grief next we will face. We don't know what kind of situation or stress or pressure or new opportunities we have, right? So it depends on situations to situation. Some I can handle, some I cannot. I'll take help because of that.
Oh, okay. But then the intensity has come down through years, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. And I grew up, I learned more, and I learned to tackle everything with logic, because as women, we are more emotional rather than logical. So I started thinking more logical. If I'm feeling it will happen, what is the use? So that kind of thinking.
Okay, okay. That is one way of understanding it, madam. Thank you so much. Anybody else who can come out with their experiences? Did you ever feel
Hello.
that a person who did not respond on time, you felt that the relationship is over, finished?
Shall I talk?
Yes,
Sir,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
actually,
Yeah.
I make them happy moments, that if they're taking them outside, what they like, and they where which place they like, they enjoy going. Like that, we can make them the time, and sometimes it will make them happy music or mantra chanting wherever they want, they what they like. So if we do better in starting, after that we can give that exercise, no breathing, pranayama, meditation, yoga nidra, like that. If you do, it will possible to change.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
what we felt is that calming down exercises, which is like yoga nidra and other types of meditation, will in fact exacerbate because there is nobody who to control that. So I felt that yeah, somebody has posted that playing with children is also one way of therapy, which is therapeutic. So what I found is that physical exercise might give resist can help us to resist such kind of thought process.
Yeah, that's why asanas, if you give after that pranayama, then only they can sit in the meditation. Initially, they can't sit in meditation actually.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
I just want to share my thoughts regarding this.
Woman,
Actually,
madam. Yeah.
when we go with overthinking or else any disturbance at home or the workplace, we'll be always thinking about the thing what is being really done. It will be always lingering in our mind, and we find ourselves to be positive, and other person who is opposite to us is negative always. The thing is, what do I do is I just share with my better half, or else a person who is very related to me, or else who is best to me, so that what are the pros and cons I can list out, so that if I'm wrong, in coming future, I just abstract myself not doing that.
Oh. So are you do you think critically about when you do something wrong?
It happens in everyone's life that everyone can't be positive or correct every time. So
Yes.
I just share with other person so that in this aspect, what did I do is correct or wrong, or else they'll be consoling me. See, generally ladies require when we talk to someone, they need to have good patience. A good listener should be there so that they understand our agony, so that ultimate response will be coming. If it is not up to the mark, chalo, you don't want to, don't take it too hard, or else I think time will be healing the pain.
Yeah.
Time is the
Yes.
best
Yes.
medicine. Today's problem is not that critical tomorrow.
Yes.
When
As an enthusiast to understand the psyche of uh, generally female people, is it the scientific study that says that because women are having hypervigilance, or they are conditioned to hypervigilance, the incidence of having such kind of thought distortions or cognitive distortion is common in women? Is it true, madam? I mean,
I
I'm
feel
asking in
yes,
general.
sir, because yeah, I feel yes, because most of the people will be facing the same problem when we hear, when we discuss. You will be having gossips or informal communication. In those aspects, we'll find the same category of people.
Oh,
People will be mature, like when you are at the age of 25, when you are at the age of 35. Why did I do like that? I would have changed my mindset. We realize through experiences only.
okay. There should also, I think as you say, it seems that there should be an environment which supports your rehabilitative process. Only then it will be healthy for you. And that's why you need to have an environment which supports you.
Exactly, sir. Like
Yes.
how we reduce our stress levels in the same way. But ultimately, you can't stop your anger. Anger management is one of the aspect what comes, and conflict is one of the aspect due to overthinking.
Yeah.
There is nothing happening, but we feel that someone is thinking about ourselves, and back of us, some rumor is spreading over, or
Yeah.
we are more bothered about that. And
Yeah.
later on, after about like you become a grandmother or so, people will be saying that no one is bothered about you. Life is
Yeah.
so big that they are bothered about themselves. They are not bothered about it. And today's headlines will be the last page after a week or so. So I feel like time will be a great solution for overthinking and all that.
Yes. Yes. So did you come across to any kind of such catastrophic reality? Did you encounter anything in your earlier life or something like that?
Mm, I don't
What
think
is the
so.
reason that your thinking pattern is so devastating you?
See, we are looking for perfection. Whatever the
Ah,
decision we are making should be the perfect one.
yes,
So,
yes, yes,
in order of this, we start thinking more. What is a better choice I can take? Mm. Am I taking
so
a negative thing which may affect me in the future? If I'm going to take this decision, what would be the circumstances I'm going to face in the future? What would the people think about me if I'm going to do this attempt? So might be that perfection.
perfection, yes. So it
People
also means that you are left with too many choices or too many decisions to make all at once.
exactly. Because we
So
do
that
have,
would
for a
be,
small work also, we do have many alternatives. If you don't find an alternative, you stick with one
yeah,
answer. But once you have
yes,
an alternative, you will be thinking of the best one. So, in order
yes,
to go for a best one, whatever we do, the curry what we prepare, require appreciations. The work what we are doing, we require gratitude or a word at least from the family. That we are expecting. So for that, we start thinking the best way we can do that might be.
okay. So there are expectations which are
May,
not met, in fact.
may I
That
request
would be
other
one of,
participants? Sorry to prevention, sir. I request the
yeah,
other
yeah, anybody,
participants please raise questions. See,
anybody
make use
can
of this.
join this discussion.
Yeah,
Yes.
make this platform very useful. You can join and you can raise your concern. You can also add value to the conversation. What is going on?
Sir, overthinking in my situation is like, what I experience, why I am facing with overthinking is like when we don't get answers for certain questions at home. And when they are very adamant and arrogant and they just make it very firm, saying that I'm like this, that's it. And don't ask me anything. So that always
There
remains a
is
question
an
in the mind.
issue, madam. I suppose you are. We are not audible. What you are saying? So sorry.
Uh, I'm not audible, sir.
You are audible, but there is an echo, which makes the speech blur.
Okay. I'll try
She's
to
telling,
understand.
so I can tell what she's saying.
Yes, ma'am.
She's
Yeah, this is
telling
clear.
that if we don't get any answers from the people, okay, we'll feel worry now. Definitely. So I'm
Yeah.
asking, they're not giving answers. At that time, we will think more
Okay.
because
That
of
means that
expectations only.
you are
Yeah.
not feeling important.
Yes. Not showing gratitude.
Yeah.
Okay. Not giving answers also. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
more, yes, expectations are not fulfilling, sir.
Not expectations, ma'am. Actually, it
Ah,
is like, there is no clarity about the situation. That is what. There is no
okay,
clarity. I
situations.
am in an unknown situation.
Okay, okay, situations triggering the thoughts.
So one more interesting comment which I have said, we others think when we feel we are ignored, we,
Yeah,
yeah, we feel such kind of we have such kind of feelings when we feel ignored, or we say, so why do we weigh so much of others' acknowledgement, madam? Why is it that we weigh so much for other people's acknowledgement? Aren't we not confident with what we are doing?
It is
I
not
mean,
about
that's the
being
question that I
confident,
want to
sir.
know.
I think it is not actually relating to what you're saying, because it is not about the confidence. It is about the clarity there, and it is about something that there is a miscommunication happening, and people start assuming things there.
All right. So,
So yeah, of course we feel left over.
Yeah,
That
even
point is already always there. That I'm kind of ignored. But it is not solved. There has to be certain open discussions. So which
Rather
did
than
not happen.
ignorance, might be it is like taking it
communication,
granted. People take
communication.
granted,
granted.
yeah, yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Taking for granted, or they are not willing to say, probably they're not taking me for granted also, but they're not willing to say maybe for a good purpose, but still, somehow they should, the way they respond, maybe the response is making me that, the way they respond.
So my question would be that, is it not that there is some part of you who have conditioned this kind of environment around you,
No,
contributing
sir,
or
it happened
giving
over a
things?
period of time. It
Mm.
happened in my situation over a period of time. It did not happen overnight. Uh, yeah, it happened
So,
over the experiences and the instances that created, and yeah, that's what happened. But yeah,
so
I'm able to manage because
my question
yeah,
is that,
your voice
why
is again breaking.
allow oneself to take granted? Yes,
Can you?
some are, I suppose madam is saying that, yeah, why should we allow people to take us granted is one question. And second thing, why would such kind of disastrous thinking themselves unconsciously, that their survival skills are so very.
In a routine life, you can't expect everything to be like appreciation. We take it granted because it's a part of duty, what we have to do. Might be uh, the routine activities. One of like routine activities make us granted. Like every day we cook, every day we do the work, every day we get ready to the workplace, and you can't expect everyone or else once start giving the appreciations to someone, people treat it as in both the sense, right? They may treat like you're flirting, or they may treat in a different way. Uh, you can't
When they
take
don't
everything
realize the
positively.
value, actually, when they don't
Uh,
realize the value of the person, also it happens.
Yes, yes, yes. What my question was, previously, I again put the same question, that is it not that we somehow contributed to create or condition that environment like that? People taking you granted means that somewhere around the line, around your in life experiences, you have done, even there is no demand, the supply
yeah.
demand ratio over here is somewhere distorted.
Yes, yes, definitely. I did that mistake, so I realized it.
So,
Joshi garu, a small request for you.
yes, yes,
Sir, can you tell some methods to
yeah.
stop and to overcome from the overthinking, to summarize? We have another 13 minutes left over.
Yeah.
So if you can
So,
give the tips to the people, then we can close it.
primarily what I see that, as you say, as I have already told, that body sensations will try to communicate with the brain, and that's how you calm down and come out of this kind of swirling whirlpool of overthinking and catastrophic thinking. One way is that you need to have a strict physical exercise in your life. Strict physical exercise does not only mean walking or breathing exercise. Breathing exercise is a part of it. However, if you have any kind of exercise that strains you, like going for a run, or lifting weights, or any kind of body weight exercises for at least half an hour to 45 minutes in per day, will improve your dopamine inside, which will motivate you, and you might not weigh that much on somebody else's comments.
Okay, okay, sir. Any other methods, sir?
Hello?
Sir, any other methods other than this?
Was I audible?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes.
So,
I'm was I audible? Was I able to make a communicate with you?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We can hear your voice.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much. So, a physical, see, the concept of exercise in Indian population, especially in women, is very, very poor. They think that daily work that they do, like washing their utensils or clothes, or sweeping house in itself, is exercise, but it is not. It is not. So, and secondly, you need to have a you time. You time is most important and precious to every person. And see that you now start to condition your environment, which is have a proportion of supply demand, rather than doing everything for everybody. And then, in fact, feeling that I've been ignored. Yeah, that will help us a lot. Primarily physical exercise. Yeah, meditation and everything is, they do really good. But when you have a stable thinking or thought process, it will give you a real kind of the calmness. But however, if you have a um, toxic environment around, it might not help that much, or for which you have to rely upon your own systems. That is why you need to have a physical exercise session on daily basis. It might be yoga, it might be lifting weights, it might be body weight exercises. You can do anything, even skipping. Skipping will, you see, when you do at least 5 minutes of skipping, giving 1 minute gap, you will see that the body will receive such exercises in such a way that it will help you a lot in your thought process. And secondly, I would suggest something creative. See, I have seen some of my mother is there. Whenever she is whenever she is alone, she starts putting rangoli. Every day she does that. So that is one way of coming out of such kind of thinking process. And we see such kind of thought process mostly in older women who is not properly or well occupied, meaningfully occupied. Henceforth, we need to see that these things are will suffice our or reduce our distorted thinking.
Any
Yeah.
other questions, please?
Uh, 5 minutes.
Sir, Jacobson relaxation therapy is also useful for overcoming the thoughts, na sir?
Even logical thinking also, I think so.
I couldn't hear you, madam. Sorry.
Sir,
Last minute, ATMR.
Jacobson relaxation, progressive
Yeah,
relaxation technique.
logical thinking and solving problems.
Yeah, even some years before, even I was also thinking overthinking. But when I came to for whatever the problem it is, if I think logical means the opposite person will change. It will also a little bit become changes. I think so. This I have seen little later 2 3 days back. Even I am also logical thinking is very good like that. I suggest.
And putting on the paper thoughts, writing on a rough paper, putting our thoughts, whatever is going on in the mind.
Yeah.
Journaling,
Creativity also helps.
journaling, creativity is a relaxation
Yes.
therapy. Yeah.
And whatever the recent the sir told me that heavy workouts, it will help. It will also helpful. I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, that running, not for too much run. Little bit slowly jogging also, it will become sweat and we will become tired and we will get nice sleep also. That it will work. I think so.
I have a small correction here, madam.
Yeah.
When you are exercising, you are refreshed. You will not get tired. If you are getting tired, that means exercise is not working on you.
Okay.
So tired, it will refresh you. That means your sleep, your systems will out of. So if you do exercise in the morning, it will keep you fresh all through the day.
Yeah.
And if you say that it is tiring you, that means exercises are not affecting you as much it should be affecting you.
Okay. I think I should do more. Yeah. What I should do correct for this?
Yes.
Sir, there is a question in the chat.
What I say suggest. Oh, okay. What is the question?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I tend to overshare with everyone when I face with this kind of situation. How to overcome from this?
Oversharing. See,
Yeah, oversharing. She speaks
the,
more to the people
the
and
the
tells.
the answer is there. Yeah, answer is there in the question itself. That oversharing means what? What do you overshare? Can we have a clarity on that? What do you overshare?
Hi, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
oversharing as in whatever I faced, like my trauma or everything, which what are the causes for this overthinking, anxiety issues, everything.
Is oversharing. Okay, now see,
So,
madam.
see, for
I,
example,
I
I may be subjected to
think
some.
as a human
Okay.
being,
Mhm.
no, overthinking and depression are quite different, but overthinking might be a mediator. Hello, you are able to listen to me? Yeah,
Yes,
overthinking
sir. Yes, sir.
and yeah, overthinking and depression are two independent things, madam, but it is a mediating factor to lead to depression. But depression might in itself not be a causal effect for overthinking, or overthinking might not be a causal effect directly for depression. But continuous, persistent kind of overthinking might lead
To
you
depression.
to depression. And this oversharing, as Madam Tejaswini has told, I think I'll be able to put it in certain way that any human being around you might not be so much. If you are trying to tell all the difficulties that you are facing, people around you might not be that interested.
time is going to close. I appreciate the interest. The network issues are popping up. Sorry for the inconvenience caused due to the network and technical issues. So I posted one link. So please share your feedback onto this link so that we are trying to improvise. And in tomorrow, day after tomorrow, also we have very good sessions. I request all of you take the time as you have been doing for the past 3
Sir,
days.
I have one question, but I will tell in Telugu.
Okay, చెప్పండి.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
సార్ కొన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇప్పుడు నేను వినిందంట లేడీస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఏదైతే ఉన్నాయో మెన్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయో ఈవెన్ ఐఎమ్ ఆల్సో ఫేసింగ్ సార్. బట్ ఏమంటే ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ లో నుంచి ఎట్లా బయటపడాలా అనేసి ఆలోచన చేస్తున్నామే కానీ ఎట్లా ఏ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది, ఏం వాకింగ్ చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది, ఏ లిఫ్ట్ చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది అనేసి అని అనుకుంటామే కానీ ఇందులో నుంచి ఈ బయటపడాలంటే ఏదైనా ఒక మనము మన క్రియేటివ్ ఏముంటుందో లోపల దాన్ని తీసుకుని వచ్చి మనం కొంచెం ఏదైనా చేస్తా ఉంటే అందులో మనం బాగా ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయ్యి మనకు కూడా ఇట్లాంటిది ఏదైనా ఉంది అనేసి ఒక ఫీలింగ్ అనేది మంచిగా ఉంటుంది. అప్పుడు దాని నుంచి మేమేమన్నా బయటపడే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి అని నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను.
అదే మీరు సరిగ్గా చెప్పినారు మేడం. అది
ఏమంటే
నేనేమనుకున్నా అంటే
చాలా
వేరే వాళ్ళ నుంచి
ఈవెన్
ఎక్కువ ఆశించేట
నేనైతే ఈ
చెప్పండి.
కొన్ని ఇయర్స్ నుంచి అయితే నేనైతే ఎక్స్‌పెక్టేషన్ అంటే నాకు ఎక్స్‌పెక్టేషన్స్ ఇప్పుడు నేను ఎంతో చేస్తున్నారు. మా హస్బెండ్ నాకు చెయ్యరు. లేదా మా పిల్లలు నాకు చెయ్యరు అనేసి ఎక్కువ ఏ రిలేషన్‌లో అయినా ఉంటుంది. ఎక్స్‌పెక్టేషన్స్ అంటే హస్బెండ్ అండ్ వైఫ్ ఉంటుంది సార్. కాకపోతే ఏమైతుందంటే అక్కడ మనం ఊహించినట్టు మనకు తగ్గకపోతే ఎక్కువ చెప్పడమో, లేక ఎక్కువ థింక్ చేయడమో, లేక వేరే దాంట్లో ధ్యాస ఇయ్యకుండా ఈ వీటిలో ఎక్కువ ధ్యాస ఇచ్చి మనం ఏంటి అనేది మనలో ఉన్నది క్రియేటివ్ బయట పెట్టుకోకోకుండా ఇందులోనే మునిగి తేలుతా ఉంటాం మేమింకా. సో, నేనేమంటున్నానంటే
కరెక్ట్.
మనమంతా బయటకొచ్చేసి మనలో ఉన్నది క్రియేటివ్ మనము దేంట్లో మంచిగా ఉన్నాం. అది మనం బయట చూపిస్తున్నామంటే ఆటోమేటిక్‌గా మన లేడీస్‌ది పవర్ అనేది బయటకొస్తుందని నేనంటాను.
Okay.
సరిగ్గా అన్నారు మేడం.
So let us close it, sir. It's already
కరెక్టే.
9. Thank you, Joshi garu, for your nice inputs, and hope that the session definitely went on with more interactive more people.
యాక్చువల్‌గా ఇది టెక్నికల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ గురించి ఒక సొల్యూషన్ ఇక్కడ అంతే జూమ్ మీటింగ్ కాబట్టి. ఇది ఒకవేళ స్క్రీన్ షేరింగ్ లో ప్రాబ్లమ్ వస్తే ఒకే డివైస్ నుంచి ఇప్పుడు ల్యాప్‌టాప్ లో లాగిన్ అయితే గనుక అది స్క్రీన్ ల్యాప్‌టాప్ లో షేర్ చేసి మ్యూట్ చేసి ఫోన్ లోంచి లాగిన్ అయ్యి అన్‌మ్యూట్ చేసి ఫోన్ డివైస్ ఆడిబుల్ అది
ఆడియో మోడ్ లో పెట్టాలి.
వాల్యూమ్ పర్పస్ ఆడియోకి ఫోన్ వాడొచ్చు.
Yes.
అట్లా చేయొచ్చు.
Yeah. We'll follow this instruction next time. So thank you very much and good night to everybody. See you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.